Sunday, where three nerdy friends talk about all things nerd, geek, and pop culture related. I am one third of the nerd, Sunny. The other two nerds that make up this round table is Manny and Frank. What's going on,
Welcome
guys?
to three.
Howdy-ho!
Welcome to Three Peanuts on a Sunday.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Read them peanuts.
I don't know why that's funny.
Did you just lick your fingers from the salt of the peanuts?
Yeah, honey roasted salt.
Fucking
He-
Even better. You weren't
He's
supposed to
actually-
look at me when I was doing that.
Don't look at my fingers, all delicious. Like, I'm
Sorry,
screaming.
viewers. I'm very sorry. There will be no more eating.
So
Hey, is
how's
this-
everybody?
Is this our first one since the new year or no? No, right? I think last week we already said Happy
technically,
New Year to
yes.
each other.
Technically, yes, because we.
This was a
we
weird
filmed-
week, man.
Yeah, we filmed like the end of December. It didn't come out till January. So technically,
It was like a limbo week or something.
No, we filmed on the 1st or 2nd.
Oh, okay.
Did we? Oh, that's right. Well,
I just feel weird this
yeah,
week.
we did. I'm a week behind. It was a shitty week. But hey, we're here. We're here to bring you some
Wasn't shitty,
news,
it's
some and talk about some things and all that kind of stuff. But before that,
Oh, man,
guys, how was your week? What's going on?
it's busy. The kids went back to school, so I was like, oh my god.
Like back to
Yeah.
school, meaning.
No, remotely. But still, it's still a pain. So, yeah.
How are you, Manny? What's going on with you?
Not much, man. Little girl got sick. It's not COVID though, which is good, but she kind of gave it a little bit to all of us. I can handle like the sniffing nose and a little. Man, when it messes with your throat, I freaking hate that. I hate like swallowing and hurting and
Yeah.
That's the
So other than that, I had a vacation from work, and unfortunately, I did not play as much as I wanted to, which I'm sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I didn't
it
do
was
that
good.
much. Yeah. All right.
Man.
Let's see what we can talk about.
Let's do this thing.
Do you gentlemen have news?
I got some news.
I have two.
I'll go first.
Go first, sir.
let's see Here. Here we go.
I invite
so-
you to go first.
Oh well, thank you. I do accept. In a Mike Flanagan responded to a tweet from a DC fan page.
Ooh.
Ambiance. They asked him, Mike, I would love for you to direct a DC movie. What character or team would you like to direct? His direct answer
I
on
know what he's
tweet,
going to say.
well, I wanted to do a Superman movie since I was a kid, but I also would be really keen to do a standalone Clayface movie as a horror thriller tragedy.
I did see that. Just
That's
today,
cool.
I saw that.
I think it's very interesting. Again, there's nothing more here than just speculation and hopefulness. But with DC doing breaking up their films into two things of the continuity hero stuff, and then their one-off like not Elseworld, but like different stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think there's absolutely room for this type of movie. I would love to
Think
see
so.
it. If he brings that energy he had in Haunting of Hill House and not Bly Manor, I think there could be one hell of a good Clayface movie.
Yeah, man. That's pretty crazy.
So
It's
thought that was
possible. They're really well, I mean, the one thing that really bummed me out was Justice League Dark by Guillermo getting destroyed. So,
oh yeah.
oh my god, damn it, man! Of all things, that's what you cancel.
Well, well, he canceled. Well, they canceled a lot of shit. I mean, there's so many
Yeah.
things that would have been amazing, but
Ugh.
could have been. I guess I'm sad now.
I could kind of imagine him doing the Clayface one.
Oh yeah, I think that would fit great alongside like the same tone and like feel like Joker. That could definitely work.
It's weird. 'Cause we got to get that someday in the live action, but it's pretty hard to pull off because it's so CG heavy.
What,
Yeah, I mean-
Clayface?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love Joker, but yeah, they need to bring in other characters, the things, and because again, I think it's safe to say he has the richest, deepest rogues gallery of bad guys that there is, and definitely at least know and heard of most of them. So
Spider-Man's pretty close.
very close, very close. Him
Surprising, you know.
Who has the
That's
weakest?
and Flash,
Like
Wonder Woman.
weakest but still popular character.
Yeah. No, like Rogue Gallery.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, you say like
Superman?
a lot of the DC ones kind of weak sauce. Like, well, I mean, yeah, Flash. He's got a lot of them though.
Flash has King Shark.
I think
Grodd and
so.
the Boomerang
but
guy and
Reverse Flash.
Reverse.
Okay.
It's kind of funny.
He's got plenty.
How about Superman?
Plenty, but are they good?
Oh, he's got Brainiac and Parasite and Lex.
He has a really like
Doomsday. He's got pretty good ones.
Really strong. Yeah, the top half is really strong with him.
How about Wonder Woman?
I think she has the weakest, just because I don't think anyone knows them besides like
Cheetah, Ares. That's about it. Cheetah's kind of like
Wonder Woman 1, Wonder Woman 84.
Pretty much.
Man, 84 was a letdown.
It's actually gotten worse. It's well, this is part of the news, I guess. It went down to I think 59% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
So now it's certified rotten.
Holy
Last
crap.
time I checked, it's at 60 today.
That's crazy, man.
Wonder Woman. No, I said Wonder Woman.
I wasn't even gonna watch it really. I mean, no, I wasn't dying to watch it.
So currently, Wonder Woman is rated 60%. So it
60.
is now a tomato and not rotten.
Well, they paid some guy with
then they
like
probably-
a website. They're like, hey, bro, could you please just rate it positively so we can get out of rotten?
It probably just went up because it was at 59.
Yeah,
74 audience.
It was at 60, like I think about 8 o'clock tonight.
What-
So
I think
Someone came in-
we gave it like 7-ish, right? All
Did
through.
we?
Go to the thing.
I think I said 6.5 or something.
Yeah, we all gave it about the same.
Yeah, that I know, but I just don't remember what it was.
I mean, it wasn't
Yeah.
horrible, but
Not bad,
No,
but
but
not, with the hype of the first one, it didn't really kind of,
no.
live up to
but
that.
I also didn't think the first one. Like, I think the second viewing, I liked it a little bit more. The first viewing, I'm like, this is nothing special.
I know, and it's like Jeff Johns was involved in writing this.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, dude. What the fuck? And then Patty, you know, I want her to do a good job with Squadrons or whatever the movie's called,
Yeah.
the Star Wars movie.
So now,
But, yeah.
supposedly, I read an article. Supposedly now, Lucasfilms is holding her hand a little bit more than they were going to
Damn,
because of what was going on.
It's
So,
like, yeah, I don't know if we trust you 100% here.
Patty, let's go back to the drawing board. What did you want to do with this scene again? Yeah,
Okay,
no.
John and what's your name? Cowboy Hat Man. Can you please go?
Cowboy Hat Man.
No, Cowboy. No, he has a
Dave
name.
Fione. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
he
I
has-
forgot his name.
Cowboy Hat
No, I'm a
Man.
big fan of his.
Hey,
I just
John
forgot his name.
and Dave, can you come up here? Yeah, floor 20. Yeah, Rogue Squadron.
Patty thinks that she can do this by herself, and that 60% says otherwise. So, sorry.
Oh, it went down to 59 again.
Mm,
No, I'm joking.
no way, dude. Let me check.
No, I didn't. I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's go to another piece of news.
You're fucking hilarious. All right,
go-
Sonny Bono.
Oh,
I
Frank.
Frank.
Oh,
Frank.
okay. Monster Hunter is at 49%.
That's
FYI,
about- that would be-
if anybody is concerned about that.
I'm not concerned.
All right.
That's the rating I wanted to have.
Do you guys know what the free January 2021 games are for PlayStation?
I actually do, and I downloaded one
You
of
did.
them. It wouldn't let me download the other one.
I bet I know which one you downloaded.
Yeah, which one?
Maneater.
Yeah,
I
I
heard it's fun.
for whatever reason I almost wanted to buy this game, but I'm like, I'm not gonna buy this game.
It was
I'm
like
glad I
15
waited.
Black Friday.
Was it 15? Yeah, it's still too rich for my blood.
I know. I didn't do it either. They actually said if you bought it, I think on PSN, you could get a refund back like the last 30 days.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, that's free, and a game called Greedfall, which I heard a lot about, but I really have no interest in playing, but I added it to my library.
So you were able to add that one, and the final game is Tomb Raider, the second Tomb Raider, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Were you able to add it?
Yeah, I was able to add all three.
Oh, that's weird because it wouldn't let me add Tomb Raider. I probably have to restart my system.
Did you do it like right away?
What's right away? Did it come out today?
I mean, like, no. Like, it's already been like 5 days.
Yeah, I know. That's why it was weird. I probably have to restart my system because I never turn it off.
That is weird. Oh, you go to rest mode or what?
Yeah.
I don't trust it. I think it's going to like launch nuclear missiles or something. So I turned mine off. Anyway, those are free. I will try Maneater at some point. I did download it. I didn't just add it to the library. And I heard it's pretty fun. You just kind of like do ridiculous things as a shark in an open world. You just try to kill humans and stuff. And you can upgrade your shark.
You can upgrade your shark.
Yeah. Now it just let me do it. Cool.
Nice. You got them now. I don't know if that transfers to PS4. Sonny, you'll have to let us know if someday.
It does not.
Okay.
It's just for PlayStation 5.
So PS4 people still get something though, don't they?
Yeah, Tomb Raider and Greedfall.
Oh.
Damn it, sir.
I didn't realize they were doing that. Okay. All right. The other news is that there's a rumor that Netflix is going to do an Elder Scrolls show.
Ooh.
I believe it's going to be animated. There's not much so far. It's probably going to be, like Castlevania, kind of like that.
Oh, well,
It's better than nothing.
Sometimes nothing is better than something.
I would agree with Sonny on some of that. For certain
But if it sucks, you just forget about it.
There's certain things. Just,
but then
maybe not.
Then it takes a hit, and no.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, well, I mean, I want them to do it. I know they might fail, and they probably will, but...
Well, I don't know. I won't say fail, but I don't think it'll be well received needed to move forward with better projects.
It's too hard to do. I mean, you really make your own story playing those games.
I think that could be a benefit, but because again, like
where they might have freedom.
Yeah, like some freedom to be like, hey, we can focus on this, like this specific story, or focus on this line. Like if let's just say Skyrim, they can focus just on the Civil War, just on maybe joining the Brotherhood. They can do different things within the world. Now, do they have the smarts to do that? I don't know. I don't know if they want to like take a name from the series, but hey, you know that character you hear about in the background, or let's do a origin story of this, great hero. Who knows? But
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. It's still just a rumor. Nothing announced at all. That's all I had for news.
Okay. It's a good haul. Some free game news and potential franchise ruining news. So that's good. No, I mean, that is good news because we can start speculating.
I think they're ruining their own franchise by releasing it for 10 years and not coming up with the next game.
Because it's a whole different story. But
yeah.
I'll move on with my stories. Next one. Barry season 3 and 4 are completely written, just waiting to film. So, per Hater, in a statement, I won't read the whole thing. I'll just read the beginning. Right before the lockdown happened in March, we were a week away from shooting, and so they were pretty much all set to go. But then the lockdown and everything happened. Everything happened. They shut down production. They had season 3 finished during COVID lockdown for them. The team decided to get together and finish season 4 as well. So they're good to go for next 2 seasons. They're just waiting to get the green light when it's safe for everyone to be back on the set again to shoot. So I don't know if you guys watched Barry season 1, 2.
Haven't seen it
finished
yet.
one. I started 2. 1 is fantastic. Season 1 is fantastic. If you haven't watched it, get HBO Max. Watch it. I don't know if they do free trials anymore, but
No, we don't.
it is a really fun show. It's funny. It's black. It's like dark black humor, kind of at points. It's just funny. So it's a nice mix.
I went on
Yeah.
Max looking for stuff to watch, and I saw it. I almost did it.
You should. I believe I got into it before all of you guys. We got to go back on the podcast because you guys to watch it.
You might have.
That was when this during the lockdown when they let you when Hulu let you watch HBO shows for free for like 2 months.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And then you were like, you should watch Barry. Okay. So I watched.
Yeah.
It.
Yes.
A depressed, low-rent hitman from the Midwest
Dude,
falls in love while acting.
that doesn't do it justice. It's really
No.
No, I know. It's not going to stop me or anything.
It's not gonna stop me.
I think the first time I really liked this actor was when he was in It.
Oh wow.
Because I don't think I've seen him. And what is he really famous for? What is that like the first show?
Saturday Night Live.
Oh, okay. I don't watch Saturday Night Live. I don't think I ever have in my entire life. I've watched scenes and clips.
I remember watching
That's
the first time in Superbad. That's where I was like, this guy's funny as shit.
Yeah.
So
I
was
liked
like,
him. I just didn't have much exposure, I guess.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, the SNL stuff is, especially at a certain point in time, it's like I don't know what's going on. I don't really care because it's not that great. There's good moments. It produces some good skits every now and then, but as a whole, sometimes hard to watch, like week to week.
Yeah.
But good for him. He's on a really good show on a good network. Hopefully, they keep giving him work and let him do stuff because he is really funny. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, he wrote it.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Yeah, he wrote
That's what I'm
it.
saying.
Better.
That the show still has steam after the whole wait and have to shoot the next seasons, and then HBO's like, "Hey, this show ended, but we have another one for you if you have an idea." And they should just keep them.
Who wants to go next?
You got anything, Manny, or?
I do. This is a two-parter. So,
Do it.
earlier in the year, I want to say maybe January 4th, maybe, or something like that, I read, and you guys might have seen this too, that it was supposedly confirmed, and I believe this is from a Brooks Barnes. Do you guys know who Brooks Barnes is?
No.
I believe he's a writer for the New York Times, if I'm not mistaken. Well, anyway, someone asked him a question about. Let me see if I can find the tweet because it's probably not that hard to find. And if it is, oh well. So basically, someone asked him a question referring to what he was writing about earlier. If Michael Keaton is supposed to be the main Batman, or is he just a fill-in or something along those lines? And he just wrote Keaton. So everyone kind of assumed that Michael Keaton is going to be the main Batman in the DC EU going forward. And everyone lost their minds. Have you guys seen any of this?
I thought I saw a rumor like that.
Yeah.
I kind of was like, this is just a joke.
Yeah.
Joke rumor or something.
Well, he goes back. Like, if you read the tweet and you see this Brooks guy put Keaton, like, it was so poorly done. Like, there was no other way you could have interpreted that but saying Keaton is the main person. So Brooks goes back and says, been offline, moving apartments, and returned to see this Michael Keaton craziness. I was referring to the one film that Keaton has been announcing as being in, not as a set of his own Batman films. If I had info on him beyond The Flash, I would obviously put it in my article. Yeah, he goes back on it really bad. Like, you have to... I hope I could...
There's no way. I would never believe that in a million years.
I hope I could go back and read it.
That you would be taking over as the main Batman in the cinematic universe.
It would be interesting, at least. But
I mean, who is it, though? Right now, Ben's completely done, isn't he?
No, he's coming back as Batman for The Flash.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Let me see.
What about that guy who like chokeslammed a fan or something? The Flash guy, Ezra.
Oh yeah, he's still there.
You still there?
Yeah,
Holy crap!
surprisingly.
I'm surprised they didn't cancel his ass.
They tried.
Cancel culture is out there, man. You start
They
chokeslamming fans. I don't know if you can still be the Flash.
I mean, people would pay for that. Just saying. Me, I'll pay.
You would, motherfucker.
Me? Oh, him? Hell no! Get the fuck out of here.
No, I mean just in general, like doing wrestling moves on fans and stuff.
Absolutely, 100%. Pay me. I'll do it right here, right now.
Let's start. Anybody who asks for a photo, you just give them the stunner.
You want a stunner? You want a rock
Flick
bottom?
him
You
off,
want a
kick
you
them in
want
the
an
lower
F5?
abdomen, jump
Whatever you got.
backwards, grab their head, make it slam on the ground.
Oh, absolutely.
And then bonus points for any fan who does a flip like The Rock did every time he got stunned.
Hey. Oh, I'll give you a follow. I'll pay for your Uber.
You really oversold the hell out of that stunner, man.
It was. He's the best to ever do it.
I thought it was fun though. Oh, you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
flip back like that.
Oh shit. Love it.
Well, I can't find it. I'm trying to, and supposedly it's all gone now.
But who is this guy? I don't understand who this person is.
He's a writer for the New York Times.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah.
he has been known to what? To have inside information or what?
If you really
Like-
want me to look it up, I don't know.
But like, why are people care what he says? Just because he
Because-
writes there.
Well, apparently he has. God, Frank.
I'm just asking, man. I haven't heard of the guy. And
He's asking the hard
he
question.
started like a big thing too.
I bet you don't even know who Jeff Joniak is.
Nope.
Yeah.
He's
So
one of
you
the
know who
Lost
he
Jonas
is?
Brothers or something.
Sonny, do you know who Jeff Joniak is?
I don't know what the hell.
I know the name. I don't know.
See, I
what he
don't.
does.
Is it even Jeff Joniak? Am I even
You don't-
saying it
you don't
right?
know the name.
I don't know.
Well,
But,
just a
Frank,
completely different name. He's like, I know the name.
It is Jeff
That ain't even the
Joniak.
name.
He's an announcer for the Bears on
Oh, okay. There's no way I would know that.
on the radio. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I haven't heard the radio for a while, but they were like, that name sounds so fucking familiar. Oh, damn.
Oh, I think I found it,
Uh-oh.
and now it's taking forever to load up. Okay, let's see. Okay,
Okay.
so
Anywho.
so Nestor Klein, I'm probably killing it. He tweets Brooks Barnes, "Hi at Brooks Barnes NYT. Based on your Hamadala piece, I guess he wrote something. Hamada piece.
Oh, I thought you said
Some
Amidala.
me too. Some have interpreted that WB is joining two franchises starring Batman, one with Pattinson, one with a new actor. Is that correct, or you were referring to Keaton as a second Batman being part of a non-Batman-centric saga? Thank you." Like, reading that tweet, it's kind of confusing, but anyway, Brooks
Weird
Barnes
tweet.
just puts Keaton.
Hmm.
That's it. Like,
The fudge is wrong with that guy.
don't even respond to that tweet then, man.
Don't even bother. Why are you writing one word like that?
Exactly. But anyway, that's my news. Oh, I'm sorry. It was debunked. Oh well, I think we read that already. I said that. So anyway, it's been debunked, and
Debunked already.
yeah. So I think I think there is.
It's crazy how people go nuts over this.
I think there is a Batman Beyond movie in our future, though.
Please don't say that. They've been saying that for 20 years, and they're never going to give me that movie. I'll probably die without it.
They got an Avengers movie, and no.
I really want that. Somebody could do a great job with it. Somebody.
We got Endgame, so anything's possible.
I don't know if that's that hard to believe.
What?
Because
22 movies? 20?
no, I'm not talking about 22. Somebody could have been like, "Oh, look at this Thanos comic. Let's make that," and then do 3 movies or 2 movies, and not do as good a job as we got.
You could, but no, because
No, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
because like no one was gonna back up that kind of movie like right out of the gate.
DC would.
My point is we got a movie like
They would one-hitter
Endgame.
quitter, something like that. They'd be like, let's do a Darkseid movie, one movie where the Justice League fights them for 5 minutes, and then we're done. And we don't build it up at all. We're just like, yeah, dark side movie. Anyway, I just want Beyond to have more representation, man.
More representation. There's a
Yeah.
comic. That is good. No, yes.
It has a comic. Nobody cares about comics.
Think that's not true. Some do, not all.
It's so small, though, man. It's like pathetically small. How many people actually care about them and go buy them every week?
Unless you're Ninja Turtles, then they go goo goo gaga for them.
Yes, sir. Oh, yes.
But I do hope you get your movie, sir. Just
I need it.
My dream movie will never come true.
Please do it. God damn it. What, Hawkman?
No, Shocker movie.
Oh, Shocker. He already had a movie.
No, he didn't.
He got more screen time than he ever needed.
Yep.
No, that's not true.
Come on,
he
dude.
even got 2 characters.
Shocker movie. I need you to pitch that movie to me.
Oh, no problem. Oh, no problem.
All right, that's your homework, dude. You pitch that movie to us, and we'll tell you. If we were executives, we'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
Me and Max Landis will get on it right now.
Me and Max Landis.
No joke.
Yeah, it would take you guys 3 hours to fucking pitch that. That dude cannot tell a succinct story.
But have you ever heard his pitches though?
Oh, I have. There's a recent one he had, and I was like interested, but like 20 minutes in, I was like, I don't have time for another fucking 3 hours, man. So I was like, it's called a pitch. It's not a fucking like, tell me your life story for 3 hours.
You know the backstory, sir. But no.
I understand, man. But dude, a pitch is short. It's not long.
Well, we all can't be James Cameron. Aliens, money.
I want you to tell us what the hell this movie would be.
Sure, no problem.
If Morbius got made, Shocker has maybe a snowball chance. But I don't know.
I'll think about it. I'll come up with something because I had some general ideas.
I still can't believe there's a Morbius movie coming out.
Yeah.
What does Sony have? I want to know what the list of characters they actually have.
We could probably get that list.
And they picked Morbius.
I think they have everyone on Spider-Man side.
Oh, do they?
Spider-Man.
And they dare pick Morbius over Shocker.
I know, bastards. How dare they? How dare you, sir? How dare they?
To be honest, depending on how this whole Sony thing is, they probably pick Morbius so they could introduce Blade.
Yeah, but they don't have rights to that.
Yeah, but they're sharing characters.
But does Sony care if they help Blade on Marvel's side?
Why not?
They don't get money from anything Blade related.
No, but they will add money to Morbius. What is it called? Morbius?
Yeah, Morbius.
The living vampire.
Morpheus.
Yeah, I was about
There's a Morpheus movie now.
Don't tell anyone because they can make one.
I'm still excited for the HBO Max releases this year. They're like, you get everything that we're going to release in theaters on HBO.
Maybe. I say maybe because that's part of my next news article. Actually,
people are really pissed.
Good segue, sir.
Okay, you want to do it? What is it?
Man, you said yours was a 2-parter, right? Do you want to knock
it out? That was a 2-part.
Oh, 2-part. Okay, never mind.
They announced it and then they debunked it.
Gotcha. Okay. It looks like Godzilla versus Kong streaming release conflict could be close to being resolved between Legendary and Warner Bros.
That's my news.
I didn't know this, that according to this article, Legendary backed 70% of the film themselves, and HBO Max. I'm sorry, Warner Brothers actually earlier in the year actually blocked a $200 million deal for the movie to go to Netflix, and then I won't say they went behind Legendary's back, but they're like, hey, HBO Max, you got it, here you go. And according to this article, Legendary was not happy about that, but looks like they could be coming to terms because they want to get all the actors paid and everyone to get their money and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, they're just sitting on it, right?
Yeah, because I'm not sure how how the pay scale works. If actors wait till after the movie comes out to get the money, or I don't know all the logistics of that, but they're trying to get everyone paid and trying to get as much exposure for the film because Legendary is also in talks to try to get Dune put into that deal done because that's also up in the air now since Warner Bros. Decided just to say, hey, fuck you guys, hee hee.
Well,
So they're not.
Mid-sentence. Dune, Dune. The problem with Dune is that they structured their deal in a way where they get paid off of box office stuff.
Oh my god!
They pulled the Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay.
So that's why it's a little bit more.
Yeah, Warner Bros. Is dirty.
Scathing. No, dude, I can't blame Warner Brothers because no one's gonna go to the freaking movies.
No way.
Well,
For another year.
The movies, man. Like,
I mean,
will they be open? Will there be a fucking theater to go to?
If MGM is willing to go into more debt every month that they're not willing to put out James Bond movie,
they've been in trouble forever.
And they've been trying to sell that James Bond movie, but the price is too high.
Well, that's
James Bond is overvalued.
They want $800 million for it. Fucking weirdos.
Fucking pulling a Dr. Evil. How much do you want for James Bond? $800 million.
Yeah, because I mean, again, I don't remember. I don't know if we ever talked about the numbers that they potentially sold per film or whatever. I don't know if we ever did that because I don't know how much it is. Because I know Godzilla's budget was $155 million. And then to compensate for marketing, they probably rounded up to a little more than 200,000, 200 million, 200 million. I'm assuming, so they would have to break over that number, at least 250, maybe 3, to be at least kind of happy.
Yeah.
Dune, I have no idea.
Oh my god, that's gotta be ridiculous.
I don't know, like that deal of box office money is a really big deal. I know. I think made like 30-40 million off of Terminator or one of those movies where he came back and it was like, I'll take like 15% of the box office and he got paid big time for that. So those are really good deals for big movies.
Did they take that like in place of an upfront payment?
Yeah. I mean, that's probably what happened because I imagine no one would pay them double for.
You imagine you do that with like a low budget movie and it ends up being the biggest hit on earth.
Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, there you go. I doubt they got paid, those people.
Yeah, they probably paid for them to buy it.
They're like, we'll give you free coffee and donuts, bro.
Bagels. But like again, like this whole
bagel
thing is really interesting. Just how the logistics of everything works. I'm not sure if I used that word correctly.
At some point, they're kind of just screwed on some of these deals.
Yeah, that's why they need to make as much as they can.
But nobody wants to be screwed, so they're gonna fight until I don't know.
And it's just also funny that the death of movie theaters slowly dying is kind of bringing back to life drive-ins, which is funny because
is it though?
Yeah, there's a lot of places
who's going to these, and what are they showing? Old movies is all I see.
I haven't seen a lot of drive-in movies since the beginning of COVID.
I haven't seen a single one.
But there are, because a lot of people go because basically you're in your car, you're already people. You don't have to leave your car.
What are you supposed to do when you gotta pee or you want something to eat?
You get out of the car and you go to the bathroom.
Pee on the rocks on side of your car.
Dude, it's not out of nowhere. There's bathrooms. There's porta potties.
Mm-hmm. It's still not 100% safe.
We've been to a drive-in, sir. I don't know why you keep playing, but
yeah, how long ago? It's a long time ago.
Every place that has a theater has a bathroom, but again, like maybe not here because obviously it's cold now, but they don't do as much. But the Music Box had those special. They showed Train to Busan 2.
Forget about the Music Box.
Drive-ins, all that kind of stuff. I think they did one at Wrigley. I think the Millennium Park.
It wasn't a drive-in though. Those were kind of just.
Well, same kind of general concept of like there's enough space between people to be, say, hey, we're outdoors. There's enough space between each other. I think in LA they're really big still because I mean obviously it's nice weather more often than not, so the drive-ins are kind of making a big comeback with the whole COVID. So I don't know. I think it's just really.
I'll take your word for
it. Well, thank you for that. Great endorsement. Okay, sure.
Yeah, no, right.
You're right, bro.
Yeah, but it's gonna be an interesting year, though. I mean, is Marvel gonna really release all that stuff? Are they gonna try to wait? How are they gonna charge? Are they gonna charge?
We're still waiting on
Black Widow.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I mean, we've been waiting for that for a year.
Long time. It's interesting, man. Oh, hopefully the vaccines don't.
Quite a break
Zombies.
from. It's been like what, a 2-year break, right, from MCU.
Give or take.
Yeah, coming up in April. I think it'd be 2 years.
Yeah, well, look at you, Mr. Mathman.
Shut up.
Do we have any other news? Because I got that one that you brought earlier, man, in the week.
I broke one?
You brought up a piece of news. Well, I don't know if it was news for you.
It's been a long week, sir.
News for me.
Go for it.
Dexter Season 9 casts Clancy Brown as the main villain. Clancy!
So, why are you guys big on Clancy Brown now?
I love him. I've always been a fan. Since Starship
really
Troopers.
Like a good genre actor, like he just pops in those movies and he just like, it's me, Clancy Brown.
He's got that cool voice. Shit. He's been in so much at this point.
He's Lex Luthor, Jesus.
Oh my God, he is.
I think
from JLU, from the Unlimited series.
Oh,
and I think the Batman.
He's Mr. Crab. He's fucking.
He was. Yeah, that's right. He was. I completely.
Starship Troopers, freaking. What is that? Detroit Become Human. So many things. Anytime I see him, I'm like, oh, it's Clancy Brown. I like this movie 10% more because it's Clancy Brown.
Clancy Brown.
He's just a funny dude. I like him.
I like him. Like I put him in the same level as like Walton Goggins type of thing, where like,
yeah,
he's not gonna be the main focus of like a show, but when he's on there, he makes things better.
Just a good character actor guy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm down.
It's kind of like that Valhalla voice. He's just like.
It's Clancy Brown.
It's Clancy Brown. It's like the coolest Clancy I've ever met in my life, or not met, but seen.
That's funny, but that's it though.
The only other Clancy I know, I think, is Chief Wiggum.
That's funny. But that's it for my news. That's all I got.
It's Clancy.
It's my next shirt idea. You got for Val Kilmer alone, and it's Clancy Brown.
I'm writing down in our notes. It's Clancy Brown.
Anyway,
that's a death.
I have another piece of news.
Oh, we got breaking news here, guys.
No, it's not breaking news. So did you guys know Dave Bautista exited the Suicide Squad to be part of Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead?
I thought he already filmed his stuff.
Nope.
So far, that's a good move for him.
Yep. So
so far, I said. Well, we'll say. I hope the movie is really good. But yeah, because people are not buying the movie. So.
It doesn't sound like a B movie, man. I know you think it is. It just doesn't sound like it.
You know what I just typed? I said, Bautista left Suicide Squad for Army of Brown.
Are they shitting their pants? What's going on?
Army of the Dead, I meant to say.
Brown.
Dude, they're building that up so much that I feel like it's going to be a huge disappointment.
Well, I think Sonny's building it up pretty bad.
No, dude, I saw like articles and like ads. Like they're trying to drum up interest, and I think I have a bad feeling it's one of those things. Is like I'm gonna want to see it so bad, and then I do, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck.
I think it has so much behind it, and Sonny's talking about so much that I can't see it be a B movie. I can't see it be a B movie.
Nah, I don't know.
Why can't
Depends on the tone.
Because he even Bautista left and said, I said I wasn't interested.
His
Bautista
role was so
explained,
much smaller.
I had this chip on my shoulder and was looking for juicy, dramatic roles. Then I read the script, and it was a lot deeper, had more layers than I thought. And also, to be quite frank, I wanted to work with Zach. That doesn't sound like a B movie, man. Am I crazy on that?
What Zach?
It could be a bigger part, though. That's all he's saying. He's like, you know, this other role was like 5 seconds, or just stand around and be a badass.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to do that.
He also wanted to play Marcus Phoenix, and Marcus is not exactly the deepest character in the world.
I wish so bad he could be Marcus Phoenix.
I mean, even if you look at his movie log of Bautista, he might have like
him and Terry Crews, Coltrane, and Marcus.
Wow! But yeah, again, because and there are a lot of articles coming out recently. There was one I didn't bring up on the show, but since you actually
baby.
I forgot which one it was. Like, this is gonna be a zombies soak-filled movie per Zack Snyder. I'm like,
I hope it's good
because I wasn't gonna bring it up, but yeah, I mean,
is there a release for that or no?
There was
spring or something.
Yeah, I don't remember offhand, but
I want to see it, man.
We did talk about the show, so rewind.
I want to see it. But I'm getting worried though. I think they're gonna fucking fail me.
I mean, I don't know. Like, as long as it gives me something that I enjoy, I'll be fine with it.
Well, come on. That's
but like, because like, there again, like Rogue, the one with that new movie that came out this year with Megan Fox. That's not a good movie, but it gave me enough of like, you know what? This is actually like a okay time. Like,
what is that called again?
What movie?
Rogue.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that.
Yeah, again, like, it's not a classic at all, but it was like, there's enough here. I'm like, okay, that was cool. Oh, that was kind of cool. All right,
yeah,
I like the character, so I can find enjoyment in things because my taste and stance have changed over the years a lot about films and stuff like that. I'm a lot more open to just having fun with things instead of being a pretentious asshole like I was in high school and college. So
I think some of that is still on your shoulder, though, bro.
Oh no!
Was that after Booksmart or?
That was before Booksmart, and the movie. So I'm sorry that you can't look past such things, such trivial things.
It's not trivial, dude. Come on.
It's a good movie.
Endgame for it. You skipped Endgame.
Yes, I did.
I think we're missing a movie. I don't think that's the one he skipped it for. I think we're missing one of them.
Oh, I know the movie.
It's not Hustlers, I don't think.
It was Hustlers. No,
I don't think it was.
Endgame was never gonna be on my list. Like, it never crossed my mind to put on the list.
I don't understand.
I stand by my reasoning. I know no one's gonna get it, but that's fine.
I don't remember the reason.
That's my list. My reasoning was that.
Could I tell you what I think it was? Because I think it's 33%. I want to be different. 33%. I don't want this popular thing on my list, and 33%. I want to highlight other stuff besides Endgame.
No, like, because we were at the Opera House when we first talked about this, and it was funny.
I barely remember what I was talking.
If I give you beers, you guys were like, I appreciate your stance on it. I get it, no problem. And then when you guys are sober, no, fuck you. I'm like, Jesus, night and day with these motherfuckers.
No, because I'm pretty sure you had Endgame on it, dude.
No, I never had it.
I think you had it like at least at number 10.
He might have been considering it, or he hadn't seen everything yet, or something like that.
Yeah, so like the stuff I've seen, I'm not gonna put on there because my reasoning was that you can't enjoy that movie by itself. You have to watch every single movie to really get the full impact of it. Because
still enjoy it.
I mean, no, yeah, but the way that like you're cheering and kind of crying at the end, little tear-jerking moments, like you have to watch every single movie.
I would be really curious.
My argument is
if somebody wouldn't be sad that he died, even if they hadn't seen the rest.
And my argument is who hasn't seen at least 2 Marvel movies?
At least 2.
What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, Iron Man, Spider-Man.
There's a lot though. There's a lot because again, you had to at least like.
But
again,
that disqualifies it then for you. Is that what it is?
Yeah, because like the fact there's so much tied to it. Like I when it
Why
comes to
does
my
it disqualify it? I mean, it's a personal list, right? It's not everybody's list. So
exactly,
fuck everybody. It's what you like.
no,
So did you not like it that much?
no, but that's my stance. Is that me personally? I can't put it on my list because I like in my head. Like Joker. You can go into Joker not knowing anything about Batman or anything like that, and you can enjoy that movie really well.
But what happens if you enjoy it a lot and you give it a high rating, but it doesn't make the list? Where I don't understand. That's where I'd lose the logic because I'm like, you enjoyed it and you gave it a high rating, so why isn't it there?
Well, no, again, I know again it's not gonna make sense to anybody, but there's so much extra baggage with that film that if you were watching, you can enjoy it alone. That cool action scene and all that kind of stuff, and it is really nice. It's a great looking film, but like all
What's
the
interesting is one of the most criticized things about that movie is it took too long to get action. So they spent a lot of time not just doing big action.
so then it would not be good for someone who's never seen this stuff. Then, so
I don't know. It's hard to say, man. It
I
is
know,
hard to say. But
absolutely.
why do you care about other people though? This is your list.
No, that is my list. Like again, like my list is that if
But if
like
you personally enjoyed
in
it,
my
who cares if there's
if I
baggage? You
no, again, that's my list and that's my reasoning. I'm not saying everyone else like someone else but to you to understand my point.
okay, tell me.
That's what I've told you, but you said it doesn't make any sense. So
I
I'll tell
know,
you again.
and
No,
I'm
again,
not trying to be like
but
fuck your
but
list. I'm
personally
just
on my
saying like
list again because I did say this last year too. Like my top 10 is not a best film. It's my favorite stuff that
okay,
either like inspires me from a director or a writing standpoint or something like that. Where like
okay.
Hustlers is a story that I would not generally care about, but they filmed it in a way that I
I
like this.
haven't seen that.
Booksmart is like a female version of Superbad that I actually end up really enjoying.
They
Rip
keep
off
thought it
version of
saying that
Superbad.
every
Um,
female movie comedy, they keep saying this is the next Superbad with females.
well, yeah, they want the Superbad fame and money.
Well,
No,
I haven't
but
seen either of those, so I don't know if I can say for 100%.
like
But to me, from me, our perspective, we're just like, God damn, how, dude?
that's again, that's fine.
We
I
don't get
like
it. We don't get it.
I'm gonna defend my argument to death. I don't really give a shit,
Defend it because it's better if you do.
but
If you go back
but
on it, it's kind of worse.
oh, yeah, I'm never gonna go back on it. Like it would never
I
make
know
my
you're not. I
you,
fucking know you're not.
but again, like my
We're not trying to shit on you. I just don't
that's
get it, dude.
you guys
I
should have
just don't get it.
get that shit. But
Oh, that
um,
ain't fucking true, dude. That is not true.
that guy over there does. But
What do you say?
that guy over there does.
What? Do what?
Shit on it for that.
That coffee's not helping you. fucking, fucking zoned out.
Okay,
Quick.
look at.
But
Let's just hope
again,
that the next top 10 list is fucking less controversial. We don't have to
you know,
bring it
you
up
know,
every podcast.
no one's gonna ever like my top 10, but they're my top 10, and I love it, and I'll defend each
What's
year.
weird is that
So
that controversial pig took over the whole list because I don't remember the rest of your fucking list.
I know you don't.
your list you just said was movies that inspired you, right?
Yeah.
How the fuck does Endgame not inspire you after building it up with 23 movies and all of them being basically successes, leading up to that and executing it in such a high level?
They stuck the landing like unlike anything else, man.
Now you told me one guy wrote every single film by himself, all 22 films, and directed everything. I would be down. Like, yeah, this is the great.
Because
Why
it
it
takes
has to
one
be-
person to kill
No.
it. It takes a couple of them.
You're asking me. I'm giving you what I thought. So if you don't like it, that's not my fault. But I'm gonna say it. To me, again, there's a lot of baggage. There's a lot of hands in it. Again, it worked out fantastic. It's a great fun movie. To me, all the baggage and everything you have to watch and everything that's tied to it,
What
you
if
can't. I can't put it on my top 10. Now,
what if we had a top 20? Where would it be?
top 20? It would
It would have been 20.
It would be 11, 12. just because at that point, because like it's really hard for me to come up with my top 10. I'm like, well,
I don't remember my top 10.
I don't fucking remember anymore. But I mean, if it was top 20, it would be 11, 12, maybe 13, just because at that point I'll probably run out of things to put on the list. But
That's the only way it ends up on your list is because you run out of stuff.
yeah.
All right, dude. And plus, it basically one guy was responsible for the whole thing.
He had to make sure that all made sense together.
Yeah, and that's fine. But again, like if it's not gonna make sense to anyone. That's fine. But if it was like if he generally wrote every single story out himself, directed everything himself, did like then to me it'd be like that's a man of he's a man of drive and focus and determination, and he will get this done no matter what. Then I'd be like
John Wicking the guy.
Yes, this man is he needs to be studied in film class forever because that was an amazing thing. But
I think two people do need to be studied.
Manager, absolutely. Like in sports terms, does he put all the right pieces together? Does he make sure it all runs well? Absolutely. But Tato Waititi did Thor, and you have the Russo brothers who did their films. You had Joss Whedon who did the first two Avengers. You had big names coming in, and yes, again, he's a good GM, a good coach. He puts them all together to make sure that they stay in line. But as a team,
it wouldn't be as good if one guy did all of them.
Well, I don't know.
It wouldn't.
Maybe.
There's no way. It'd be the same crap every time.
Look at George Lucas.
Hey, don't shit on those prequels.
Those prequels are weaker. They've gotten better. They're like a wine, fine age. They age with, they get better with age.
I never had a problem with them, but probably because I was little. I was like 12 when they came out.
We're little lads just looking at Star Wars.
Looking at Star Wars.
No, again, like I'm not gonna use him as an example, but like that was all George Lucas, 6 films, and I know people shitting on the prequels, and
he didn't direct all of them.
30 years apart, man.
So more of like the older fans going again. That's why I'm not using an example, but I'm just saying like someone's always gonna hate, someone's always gonna love, someone's always gonna do like that. Again, I absolutely love these films for what they do, but again, my top 10 favorite are different, and my criteria is a little different. Like I absolutely love practical effects. I love smaller films. I love when the budget is smaller and they have to be creative, and they're able to give you a lot of stuff.
Again, fine and all, man, but your baggage, you have all that baggage. That's the whole thing that Frank and I are trying to say. You're talking about all this baggage stuff, and you got to have baggage entering the movie and all that. But you have all this baggage, and you saw this movie, and it still didn't make it on your top 10 list.
No.
I guess we wish it did.
Oh, you guys want to shut the fuck up about it. But,
I usually do shut up about it, but at this point, I'm like...
Well, that's because you get everything. Like, Manny goes, oh, yeah, well, Booksmart. You're right, dude.
Because I saw
hilarious,
and I couldn't believe it.
I'm funny, dude.
I couldn't believe it. Might as well just watch Superbad if you want to make a Superbad movie.
Like if it's not a superhero Batman movie, I don't know what you like.
No, I like a lot of stuff. I'm open. I'm more open probably than Frank.
What's my problem? Tell me.
You forget shit. You will literally watch a movie one day. This is the greatest thing ever.
I flip-flop a lot.
I never saw that. One day later, oh, that was terrible. I hated it.
Well, I'm not a movie connoisseur like you guys. I think you guys are way more into movies than I am.
I mean, I haven't had this conversation with you guys, but I'm definitely more of a B grade, practical, like smaller film.
I think I know that you are.
Like
I don't think you have to say that out loud.
Not like.
I mean, you liked Superbad over Endgame.
Superbad?
Oh, I'm sorry. Booksmart. Fuck. I didn't land the joke.
Okay.
But, yeah, again.
I don't know. Where were we, man? Do we even know?
Nope. We're done with the news, I think.
Let's just not anymore. I'm curious, man, for this year's list, because this is a hard year.
That's why I suggested on this list that we don't only focus on 2020 stuff.
I don't even know what to put on.
Like, on my list, I think Peaky Blinders is going to show up on there.
Like, did it have a season in 2020 or what?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I wanted to put TV shows
Like
because
stuff
with
you first started in 2020?
yeah, stuff like that, stuff that have
Okay.
caught our attention again, or things like that. Because if you
I
just
think,
focus on 2020, I looked at some of the lists for like the Oscars, and dude,
yeah.
a lot of the stuff we haven't seen, or they're
Yeah.
not
Hmm.
movies or anything like that, where we're gonna go back
Yeah.
and I don't know.
Sure. Throw whatever you want. At this point, it's a wild card year.
I was able to make a top 10, but it was hard. I was like, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Ah, shit.
Is
I
your
didn't see
list
that.
already finished?
I have the movies down. I just had to put them in what ranking, but
Oh, okay.
that rankings are just like they can be
I gotta
one.
work on mine. I gotta look back at all the
I got
releases.
like one movie left to watch, but I'm pretty much there.
Hmm.
So, but Mandalorian 2 is definitely one of the best seasons show of 20.
Man, I didn't even think about it.
The Natural is on there too, and that's it because I don't
I
remember
don't
watching
know. I don't
TV
know if
shows.
anything made me happier than Mando season 2 this year in terms of media.
Yeah. Again, like I like TV shows, but they're like I definitely prefer movies over TV shows. But
Mm.
yeah.
It'll be an interesting list. We're gonna do that next week.
I am interested because I think Manny watched a lot more TV this year than me and you
Movies.
combined. I think. Did you see a lot of movies or what? Did you see a lot of TV stuff?
No, I think I saw a lot more TV stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That you saw a lot more TV stuff than probably Frank and I together. So I'm
Probably.
interested.
I watched a lot of YouTube this year.
So let's go ahead and move on to our nerd outs of the week. Who would like to present us with the first offering?
I'll go.
First
All right.
off, right?
I didn't do a lot, but I played Ghost of Tsushima Legends, which is the multiplayer mode. I
What?
enjoyed the hell out of it. It has
Really?
it's free. It has a lot of custom options where you can make your own samurai or ronin, which right now I'm really into samurai Eastern stuff. So it really hit a nerve on that regard. I had not been playing the game for a while. I checked my PlayStation thing, and now that the PS5 can tell you how long you played games, I've done about 40 hours of Tsushima campaign. So I played a lot. There's still a lot to go. I think there's probably another 20 hours, but so I didn't want to miss out on the multiplayer because a lot of times I'll skip it because I'm still playing single player. But I'm enjoying it. There's actually like co-op missions that you can do, and it has matchmaking, so you could go on missions and you can use your custom samurai guy, and it has all the same mechanics, but it has more of a supernatural element where you're dealing with Japanese folklore. So you go and you fight like Tengu, which are Japanese demons, and you can like power up your sword with like elemental energy. And so it's more supernatural than the main campaign. The main campaign is more like historical.
Mhm.
So this mode is cool in that regard, that it's supernatural, and it's just I just had a lot of fun with it. I think there's 12 missions, and you can do different, what do you call it? Different difficulty levels, and you have to get ranks and stuff like that. So there's depth to it. But beyond that, there's multiplayer modes like survival. So you and 3 other samurai can try to survive against waves of bad guys. So kind of has that horde mode to it. So you have different layers to the multiplayer, and it doesn't seem like it's trying to gouge you for money, which I appreciate. And I'm sure a lot of people are really sick of companies trying to screw them out of money for microtransactions. So I played that. I played that at least 2 nights this week, a few hours each time, and it was better than I thought. It ran well. The graphics hold up. A lot of times in multiplayer, you lose graphical fidelity. but it held up, and it has the supernatural stuff, a lot of layers and stuff, and you can customize your character. So I had a good time with that, actually. I was surprised. And then the other thing is I'm working on my Boba Fett custom that I showed you guys a little bit. It turned out to be more work than I thought, and it also has proved to be a little challenging because I'm so used to like Legions where like customizing is so easy. Like you can just pop stuff off. And I tried to do that and I kind of messed up the joint inside the chest of Boba Fett. Yeah, like it's like loose now. So it's like I cracked it a little bit.
Yeah.
But I can make it stand up and you can't tell. But if you like pick it up and start messing with it, it kind of like rattles and stuff. So what I tried to do initially is just black it out so I can black out his armor.
Yeah.
But I haven't tried to match that green color and the red color. I have the paint, I just haven't done it. And then I have to make the belt and the skirt and all that stuff. So I have a lot of work still. I think I spent 2.5 hours on it, and I still got a lot to go. So it's going to be more work than I thought, and then I broke it. So if I ever make another one, now I know what not to do. So this one is like the first attempt, but it's pretty fun. The hardest part is getting into the nukes without like repainting over other stuff.
Yeah.
So I've been using masking tape to kind of try to block some of that initial green armor, so I don't paint over it, and so I have to finish that. And I really only have, I have 1, maybe 2 nights a week that I could really work on something like that. So it might take me another week or 2 to finish, but I'll get there. I mean, I've been wanting to make this since Boba came back. Probably I know he came back in episode 1, but not in the armor. So it's been like a month since I wanted to make this. And then I have the head that I painted. I'm not like crazy about it, but I did okay enough, I think. If you have like a certain type of photo, I can get by with it. But I'm not a good painter when it comes to like faces, because that stuff is really hard to do.
Painter, stop it.
No, I'm talking about like getting like different shades like under the eyes or lips or like.
Well, the head you gave me for our Christmas exchange thing, it turned out pretty damn good. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I know, but I guess I'm my own worst critic. So anyway, that was like really fun for me to work on the boba. So yeah, I want to finish it up, and maybe I'll make one for Manny too. I'll give him one that's not broken, where the chest is broken. But that's all I did. I didn't have a lot of time this week. It was kind of busy, and whenever I could, I just tried to do stuff that I wanted to do.
Good, man.
Yep.
I'm glad you're finally working on that.
Yeah, I finally got it. It took 3 weeks to get here. It was crazy.
Yeah, the post office has sucked. Now, that's after the holidays. I expected that, but they just kind of suck in general. Yeah, that's good. I guess I'll go next with my. I got 2 nerd outs. My first one, I watched Cobra Kai season 3 on Netflix.
Did that just come out?
Yes, it came out last Friday.
Oh, okay.
The first, I think, came out like a week earlier than it was supposed to. They're like, yeah, here you go, guys. You can enjoy the new year, right?
Yeah.
It is good. I do like it. I know some people have the problem with without avoiding spoilers. Some of the kids, what they do or the actions that they go through, whatever, or certain things happen in the show. It's like kids can't do that. I'm like, I don't know. Kids have been doing stupid shit. They're humans were born in. So some of the stories I hear from the old timers that from time or their friends, whatever. And, all the shit they used to do when they were still in high school. Yeah, that sounds about right. You can do a lot worse. It is good. I do like it. I do like that they address what happens at the end of season 2 right out the gate. Because again, it's one of those things like, how does that even happen in real world? I'm like, you don't pay attention, do you? Look at Chicago. But
I know, right?
it's it's really good. Again, I'm trying to avoid spoilers because again, if anyone does want to watch it, enjoy it. I will say that they teased bringing back one of my favorite bad guys from the '80s, Terry Silver from Karate Kid 3. They did reference him in the first season. They're teasing to maybe bring him back for season 4. Um, Anyone who doesn't know, the guy who plays Terry Silver was the guy who played uh, Balak in John Carpenter's Vampires. I think he's a great bad guy in Karate Kid 3. He's the best thing about that movie. I'm really excited to see him come back if he
Is
does come
that the
back.
Swank movie or is that not the Swank movie?
That is no, that is not the Swank movie. That is the
okay.
next Karate Kid. That was the unofficial 4 quasi spin-off series that didn't work out too well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. That movie's not good. I thought the action was still good. Character motivations and the build-ups were really good. I don't see them missing a beat when they went over to Netflix. So I'm definitely excited for season 4. No release date yet, but Netflix is pretty much ready to go with season 4.
Is this the first season that Netflix produced?
No,
Yes.
I don't think this was produced by
no.
Netflix.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Netflix bought the rights to them.
Yeah.
And did it do season?
I don't think they did. This was purchased already.
Compared to the other seasons, is this better or worse? Or is it hard to say because it's so tied, like continuation?
I would say it's not the weakest. I think it starts off okay.
It's the weakest.
Episode 2 and 3 is okay, but then it picks up again really fast. And that's kind of the way that the first 2 seasons run. It's a really good opening. The next 2 kind of just more build up to what's going on, and then we get into the actual shit.
Is this like mainly a high school drama, or what is it mainly that you're dealing with?
It's a mix of like the adults, the 2 main adults, Johnny and the Russo. There you go. Them kind of come to terms of like they're grown adults, but they're not really, because as soon as they're in the same room with each other, they turn back into high schoolers and they have to deal with the actual fallouts of the shit that they're going through with their kids and all that kind of stuff. And then you have the kid drama stuff for them learning how to grow and not to be bullies or not to be bullied and trying to figure out. I mean, it's kind of funny because like they're kind of like superheroes, like young superheroes in a way, where like they don't quite understand their power, what they can do. Like you can really fuck someone up if you know what you're doing. That comes into play.
Like brain damage or kill somebody.
Again, if you watch the end of season 2, it's like, oh shit, it got real. I think there's nostalgia stuff there still, but I think it's really starting to go into its own. Again, some people are gonna find it a little outlandish what happens on the show, but I'm like, no, that I mean, probably not to this dramatic, way it happens, but yeah, it's shit that happens all the time. It's called gangs. Instead of fists and feet, they use guns. So, yeah, it's really good. I definitely can't wait for season 4.
Did you kill it all like really quick?
No, I try to space it out. After the holidays, I started to go back to gym again. Like I think, Christmas and New Year's, I went like two days out of the week, and now I'm back on my 4 to 5 days a week. So I would go home, watch 2 episodes, go to bed, eat dinner. Not in that order, but.
Yeah.
So I think it took me like maybe four days to watch the entire season. I'm glad I spaced it out. Again, this isn't a show I would wait week to week because I would definitely forget something else would take its place. But like, if you watch it within a week or 2, it's like, oh shit, that's awesome. I don't know. I don't know how I used to watch
shows
shows.
So popular. I'm surprised.
I don't know how I used to do that, but Yeah. Again, like it builds off the nostalgia and actually starts to become its own thing. It has its own identity now. I don't think you necessarily need to watch the movies.
You do.
Mm,
You do. To
no,
enjoy it more, 100% you do.
I mean,
And
because
I'm disappointed in you saying that you didn't, because I went into it watching it, and I bit into the hype and all that, and I watched it. And granted, the show, you don't, I see where you're saying you don't need to, but
yes,
to
'cause-
enjoy it more, yes, you do. 100% you do.
maybe I misheard or something, but like if you're talking about enjoyment, I mean, if you get the baggage with it, yeah, obviously it's gonna be better. But I think the show does a really good job of balancing out like flashbacks and explaining things and getting both sides of the story where you don't have to watch the original ones. You can come into it and just watch it. Um, but yeah, I give it a very high recommendation. I would actually give the season a um, a 7.5 out of 10 overall if I was to give it a rating like a movie. I'm definitely hyped for more. Can't wait. So my next nerd out, I watched another movie for the 2020 wrap up stuff. Let Him Go, starring Kevin Costner and Diane Lane. I saw the trailer. I'm like, it looks like a
Oh,
okay Lifetime movie thing, like
I
maybe.
don't
But
remember if I watched it.
I really enjoyed it. The reason I say enjoyed it is because it's a western that takes place in like the 50s. Um, it's very westernish from the scenery and I think like it starts in Montana, goes to like North Dakota, so it's like a straight western with Kevin Costner being Kevin Costner.
Hmm.
The movie
Let him
starts off
go.
slow. It's a slow burn, like the build up, getting used to the characters and the drive and all this kind of stuff, and like
Hmm.
oh this is so nice. But once the main bad guy or the main, I guess the antagonist family comes in, man, I hated them with a passion. And the movie kicked up. I'm like, get him, get him, because I hate these motherfuckers. Oh shit, I was literally just angry when I screen. I'm like, these pieces of shit.
It means
I
they
can't.
did a good job.
I
Yeah.
they did a great job. Um,
Mm.
the guy from Sicario and Burn Notice is in it. He's one of the family members, and he's he plays like a weird, creepy guy really well. Like
Yeah.
I hate you, not the most, because the mom of the family is the worst. But he's a very second runner up. He's a fucking creep.
Let him
Uh,
go, right?
yeah, let him go. Again, like I
Hmm.
would say, if you like westerns, you have to. I won't say you have to watch this. You don't have to watch anything, but I would definitely put this on your list of stuff to watch because this
Hmm.
is a really good western.
I'm gonna have to
Uh,
add this.
a slow burn, like a lot of westerns are, but
So like an
it
alternate version of Ma and Pa Kent.
yes, if
He's a retired sheriff.
yes, he's a retired sheriff.
Hmm.
Very stoic, very um
Yeah,
50s white dad type of thing, like very stoic.
sure.
But like it's funny because like Kevin Costner's, as far as I remember, he's not known to like have like great acting moments. He's always played like Kevin Costner, like like again the quiet stoic guy. And there's a moment where like he kind of like breaks down, like, "Hey, you can act! Holy shit, I forgot." um,
Uh-huh. I always thought he could act.
yeah, again, like it's not like Tombstone. It's like over the top action or like these crazy scenes, but
Sure.
again, like it's a good, and the chemistry between Diane Lane and Kevin Costner is very believable, and it's like,
Mm.
oh, okay, I actually want you guys to like come out at the end fine. This is, it's good.
Yeah. You're rooting for
Um,
them and stuff.
yeah. If you're not
Oh
into
man.
Western, because I know there's a lot of people who just they refuse to watch Westerns flat out. They're like, I'm not watching no cowboy movie. Just don't even bother watching it. If you're not into
Oh,
Westerns. But if you are, give this a watch. Check it out. Um, yeah. Again, I had no expectation going into it. I saw the trailer. I'm like, but I was like, you know what? I'll watch it. Just
yeah.
expand my horizon on these films
I
because
heard of it. I just never. Yeah,
yeah,
but now I want to see it though.
yeah. So it's a it's a nice Western with bad guys. You just want to like shoot them in the face. So
Cool. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
gonna check this out.
Yep. I painted some more stuff today before the
Nice.
show. Working on some other projects, but that's it for me this week. Not too much going on.
What were you painting?
Um,
Random stuff or something specific?
Random stuff, and then I'm working on my fighter character for my party that we talked about on our spoiler on our other mini podcast thing that me and Frank Frank and I are doing about toys and customization, all that kind of stuff. Currently called Toy Corner on the Three Nerds YouTube channel. I'm working on that project right now. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Just
Cool.
just nice, besides work, a nice quiet week. So
Yeah. No, you got a lot in though.
yeah, I was able to get some stuff in, which is nice. So
Cool.
what do you got, Manny? What's your nerd on this week?
I also got into, as I alluded to, Cobra Kai. The first 2 seasons were good, and it was a little cheesy, but I kind of looked past it and just kind of dove in. I can't help but notice that the 3rd season was super cheesy to a point where some of the dialogue was almost unbearable.
Damn.
Violet kept just chiming in. It might have been Violet that just kind of ruined it for me for the 3rd season. But she was like, man, this acting's so bad. And I'm like, well, that's the fun of it, because, I mean, it's supposed to be these guys from the 80s, and it kind of keeps it with the same vibe. But, man, the last season was super, super cheesy. From everything that happened in season 2, from the build-up and then the finish and all that. I felt like it kind of lost its charm, and I think that's why YouTube – I don't know why YouTube sold it, but I think that's why YouTube finally sold it. They kind of saw that it was kind of running into a brick wall. But I think Netflix will help it out. And other than that, it was still very good. I even bought Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3. I'm the kind of person that if it even hints at a backstory, I need to see that backstory. And that's where I got disappointed, where I didn't rewatch Karate Kid. I didn't watch Karate Kid 2. And I didn't watch Karate Kid 3. And they really allude to a lot of it. They do a good job with the flashbacks, like Sonny said, and all that. But the flashbacks are only sometimes 10 seconds or something. So the whole meaning behind it, you don't really fully grasp. Now they do focus more on the Karate Kid. Like, those flashbacks are a little bit longer. But that's also because it wants you to get you into the story. But I'm surprised how much it goes to Karate Kid 1, Karate Kid 2, and Karate Kid 3. It really does kind of dive into that, which is super. Even in season 3, it goes more into Karate Kid 3 and 2 than I think the other 2 seasons.
Is there a lot of flashbacks for that, or?
It's not a lot of flashbacks, but there's like this characters show up, and then there's also like the character that Sonny's talking about, Johnny Steele. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, I have no idea.
So how are you not like? That's where I kind of got angry watching. I'm like, fuck! I should have watched Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3 because that means shit to me. It flew past my head. I only know Kreese because Kreese is in the first one, and then the second one.
I don't even know that guy.
In the second one, Kreese, I guess, fights Miyagi, and I don't even see that before, and that seemed like a pretty crazy scene. It's little stuff in there that builds it up, but then you got the kid characters that kind of carry it along. Everyone is likable, which is awesome. Even Kreese, who's the bad guy, you kind of just want to see more of him because he's from the other one, and he's still the same dickhole. And then Johnny, you kind of I think the first season is probably the best because you don't know what you're kind of getting into. Because almost Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence, they kind of switch spots where LaRusso's not really a bad guy, but you're cheering for Johnny in this route because you saw Johnny didn't mean everything how he was pertained to in the Karate Kid. And you kind of, when you rewatch Karate Kid, you kind of see that too. Like, he's not such a bad guy.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's kind of cool how that is, because in one episode Johnny could be the bad guy, and the other episode Daniel could be the bad guy. And then they're always at odds with each other, not because of what they're doing to one another, but they don't get the whole story. And it's
Like,
kind of one.
Well, I mean, what is his deal like in life, Daniel?
Well, Daniel became successful after.
Like, he opened a school and stuff, or what?
No, he became rich, and he has a car dealership, and he kind of leans on the whole bonsai tree that Miyagi showed him, and kind of like the lessons that Miyagi taught him. He's taken that and he's grown with it, and he became successful.
Okay.
But on the flip side, Johnny Lawrence. He's found he kind of went along the teachings of Kreese. I don't even think his name's Johnny Lawrence. What's his name, Sonny?
Johnny Lawrence.
Johnny? Oh yeah,
Johnny.
Where he goes more Kreese, it was his sensei, and strike hard, strike fast, no mercy, and that's kind of lead him in a way where it's kind of the shit side. So opposite, which is very, very interesting storytelling. So it's good. Don't get me wrong. 1, 2, and 3 are watchable. But I think if you binge watch them all, by the third season, you're going to be a little fatigued with it. And you'll start
never going to watch this show, I don't think.
No, I think you will, man. You'll like it. For sure you'll like it. It's an easy show to watch. If you know it's cheesy and you know what you're getting into, you'll accept it more, and you'll notice that it's not as cheesy as you think until you get to the third season.
Because they seem like they're trying to make it gritty and like realistic.
No, not
from the advertising. I'm saying.
I don't think realistic. Greedy to a sense. But still, it doesn't take itself. It still does, but not crazy style. So it's enough, man. You'll watch it for sure. You'll watch it because it's gonna.
I've been meaning to for a long time. Just haven't.
That is a good point that he made about if you binge watch all 3 back to back. Because I did watch when they came out, so I didn't watch them back to back to back. I could definitely see how that could take a toll on someone binge watching all 3 seasons. And I was surprised at how much they leaned into Karate Kid 3, because in the first season it's literally a one-off thing.
Yeah,
it's like it's just one little sentence. I don't know that guy, whatever, and then they don't talk about 3 really again until this season. So that was I was really surprised because for some reason I as a kid I love bad movies, and like I watched Karate Kid 3 more than the other 2 a lot. So I was like,
I've never seen 2 or 3. I've seen 1 a couple times.
Yeah. So,
do you know?
It's been 20 years since I saw it.
Ralph Macchio, he was 23 when he made that movie.
The third one?
No, the first one. He
was
23, bro.
There's no way.
100% way.
He looked 14.
Bro, he was supposed to play like a 15, 17-year-old.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
And he's fucking 23 in that movie.
And we thought Toby was a man child. Goddamn.
What else did I
holy crap.
He got on. Oh, yesterday I ran across a couple making of documentaries on YouTube, and the first one I saw that really, I don't know what got me looking for it, but Violet and I sometimes go on these YouTube manholes or rabbit holes where we find something and then we just keep going and keep going.
Yeah.
We came across, we were talking about Star Wars, and I just searched Star Wars documentaries, I think, or something like that, and I found one that was really interesting about the Phantom Menace, and it gets you, it's following Lucas. It's following Lucas and the producer. I forgot the producer's name. but they're following them from the very beginning, like 5 months before filming or even anything.
New Hope?
No, of Phantom Menace.
Oh. Okay.
Episode 1. And all the way to release of the movie and how the theaters were crazy and shit like that.
Yeah.
And a couple things stuck out to me, which was very interesting. First thing was when he was explaining on how he makes his movies, he even admitted he doesn't make the movie depending on the dialogue. He makes his movies for the visual effects or for the visual. And I was like, holy crap, at least he admits it. It came from his mouth.
And when did this documentary come out?
Oh, man, it's aged. It looks pretty dated. I don't know when. Maybe this was part of the DVDs or something like that. You could tell that it was pre-Disney for the most part.
Okay.
Because
he said he was really focused on visuals and the story was second.
His how he tells stories, he more does it for the visual aspect, I think. And that might be more for Star Wars, but he does it more for the general visual appeal than anything else.
Okay.
The other thing that got to me, that I kept rewinding because I wanted to understand what was happening, he was in the editing room with his editor, one of his editors, and I guess this was the first time of him doing this, or first time of, I don't know, of anyone ever doing it.
Yeah.
But there was a scene where it was McGregor, it was Nielsen, and then it was the other guy who plays Padme's guard. Okay. He's the black guy. He wears red. He has that weird hat. So, for whatever reason, Lucas wanted McGregor sitting down, Ewan McGregor sitting down, and he wanted the guard already sitting down when Qui-Gon was saying that he was going to get off the ship or something like that.
Yeah.
And he made the editor do it in a way where they basically spliced 3 different scenes into one scene. So he was directing. He was directing the scene after it was already completed, and he was basically directing the editor. Almost, where he made a completely new scene than what was filmed, and the editor goes in and says, "Well, I mean, I hope you guys got what you wanted. You saw firsthand on how he kind of goes in and he changes it completely." And I was like, Violet, are you watching this? Is he annoyed? Am I seeing this? Is he annoyed? And Violet's like, yeah. That editor is 100% annoyed. Because
the editor's usually not in charge, right? I mean, he has to take direction still. He can't just edit what he wants.
No, but the thing is now, he even says, normally a director will cut out a whole scene and pick the scenes that he wants. No, what he did, he combined 3 of the same shot, 3 different takes of the same scene and put it together.
Jesus.
So that's making more work for the editor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
and
one
it might
of those
look
things,
ridiculous.
It's one of those things like, oh my gosh, this is all saying what we thought and heard from the very beginning. And he even had doubts when he saw it, when they did the rough take on it on this documentary. The same editor is talking like the bad stuff that's happening, and you see his Luke is like, oh, maybe we shouldn't have done that or something like that. He had doubts making this movie the whole way, and it's super interesting on it. There was a bad storm.
Documentary made by like is he aware that this is happening, or are they 100%. Making it? Oh, okay.
100% he's aware of it, and it's weird because I found it on. Well, I just found it, and I was like, "What channel is this?" Because I'm hoping there's part 2 of like the Clone Wars or something like that.
Yeah.
Or Attack of the Clones, and it was on Disney's Star Wars channel. So that was super interesting. That's so I'm gonna probably send you a link of it, Frank, and then we could post it here If anyone wants to watch it, it's an hour long, and I watched it completely.
Well, those rabbit holes will get you.
And I wanted to watch Attack of the Clones, but it wasn't the same style. Like the style from Phantom Menace was them actually following everyone, like day to day. Like you saw Ewan McGregor actually pick his lightsaber was really cool. He went through all different lightsabers and he picked it. You saw him come in at first with huge hair, like he had long hair, and they cut it off so he could get
Qui-Gon hair.
No, well, no, dude. It was more like quarantine hair. Like he hasn't cut it for a long time, and so they you see him get the haircut of Obi-Wan, and he kept 2 long strands of hair.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to see how the braid was gonna look. Like it was super cool.
It's kind of cool.
And what else? I mean, and then you saw like I forgot the guy who plays Darth Maul, but you saw him. Yeah. You saw him do the stunt double kind of thing. I'm like, wait, is that him? Is that Darth Maul? He's like, no, that's not. And Violet's like, no, that's not Darth Maul. I'm like, dude, Ray Park was a stunt double or a stunt guy before, and Lucas just gave him the job, and it was funny. One more thing about it. Of course, this show's about Jar Jar Binks, and it's funny because they were trying to go through on how much to spend, and they were going through the whole thing, the budget, and it was like, well, we can't do Jar Jar Binks 100% CGI. Let's put him in the suit, and then that'll kind of help us and all that. Spoiler alert: by the end of it, they finally put Jar Jar Binks as CGI, and they showed him. And basically, they're like, well, we didn't need the suit, did we? We did that pretty good. And it's like, that's $100,000 that we just wasted. And then like the editor, or I guess. Because you see how the guy acts like Jar Jar on set, like with the voice and all that.
Oh my god.
Kind of cool.
Is that his real voice? I mean, he's able to make it like that?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Okay.
100% he's able to make it like that.
It's crazy as hell.
Yeah, it's nuts.
This is kind of interesting, though, because, like, I don't know, man. It's all, like, we were talking recently, like, how movies, it's a miracle they get made.
Dude, and then I wanted to watch Attack of the Clones one, and I probably will, but it wasn't the same. It was more of the interview, behind the scenes, This one was behind the scenes, and if you heard them talk, it was them talking to each other. It was cool.
I saw Attack of the Clones recently, and I was like, Anakin's over here being like Mr. Booty Grabber for the whole movie, and Obi-Wan's over here trying to uncover the clones the whole movie. It's like, Anakin, you're a douche, man. You're just over here going on dates with Padme. You're not helping with nothing.
I think that's why Attack of the Clones made it so much more better, because it gave him a little bit more, a little more story behind it instead of being a girl grabber. Other than that, I was playing a little bit more of The Last of Us. The Last of Us? Yeah, The Last of Us. Last of Us.
Part 2.
Part 2. And I will have to admit, I don't see myself gravitating to the game as much. I don't know. I remember there was this one day, I can't remember the day it was, but I almost forced myself to play. And I'm like, I don't want to be bogged down by the depressing aspect of the game right now.
I hear you.
So I played a little bit, and I was like, okay, I'm done. Like I got to like a scene, and I was like, okay, I'm good with that.
It's the same with like certain horror games or certain like games that are too hard, like Bloodborne and shit. Like I love that world, but it's just it's such a chore to like get into that mode.
Yeah, and with this one, like I played a little bit more today. And it was good, and I had fun and all that. But I will have to say, I don't know if it's because I didn't just power through it, but I'm like, do I got to do it right now? Like, I'm not mindset ready and all that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
But that's it. A little lengthy.
It's an interesting rabbit hole.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
Well, it sounds like we had nerd weeks, so that's good.
Yeah, we always fit it in, right? No matter what's going on.
Gotta ease your mind and take some time for yourself.
Yeah, you're right. All right, man. Well, I think we're good, right?
then I guess we'll go into the spiel and hadil of everything and just go into where you can find us. If you wish to watch the audio version, listen to the audio version, Jesus, of the podcast, you can head over to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and any podcast app of your choice. You want to watch the video portion of the podcast, head over to YouTube, type in Three Nerds on a Sunday. If you wish to keep up to date when the episode drops on Sunday, times vary, but always on Sunday. Head over to Facebook, Three Nerds on a Sunday. Give us a follow there. And that is it for this week's episode. We will see you next week with our top 10 stuff of 2020. Until then, guys, thank you for listening. Bye.
Sounds good. Bye.
Bye.